Hey everybody, welcome to Extra AF Comedy, brought to you by Lady Laughs Comedy. My name is Vanessa Tortolano. I'm going to be your host this evening. I'm so excited to be here. I haven't been around very much. This is like the most attention I've been getting in a long time. So, also I'm on a whole bunch of green tea and CBD. It's like hippie Adderall.
Yeah.
So it's great. It's great. So, oh my God. So I don't leave the house much. I don't do a whole lot. I take cry breaks regularly. Sobbing in the corner of the one of my favorite ones is leaning against the back door and just It feels really good. It feels really good. But the other thing that I've been doing lately is I've been watching a whole bunch of animal documentaries and drinking whiskey. Yeah, it keeps the hours going by very smoothly. So I watched this one recently with good old David Attenborough, and I'm going to reenact it for you. Here we go. Newly hatched barnacle geese. Their parents chose to nest atop a large tower of rock in Greenland. Such extreme isolation was the only way to keep their brood safe from predators on the ground. But now there's a price to pay. And I'm like, yeah, this is exactly what I signed up for. The baby goslings are getting hungry and like their parents only eat grass. But they won't be able to fly for another 8 weeks, and so they'll have to jump. Excuse me? So is 360 feet tall, okay? That's like a skyscraper, all right? So these goose parents, I don't know what their deal is, but they keyword fly down to the bottom of the cliff. And then the little babies are supposed to jump after them. So they're down there at the bottom of the cliff honking up to the babies, and the babies are looking down just like, dude, we don't have feathers. What? Meanwhile, there's like coyotes lining up on the bottom of the cliff waiting because their learned behaviors when they hear that honk, they know that fresh fat babies will be falling from the sky. So they're lined up in the bottom like a dinner bell, just like, all right, come on now, fresh baby, straight to your mouth. They're getting tenderized on the way down. All right. So for the next 5 minutes now, we get to see the little babies like in excruciating slow motion just jump and fall down to their shitty parents at the bottom, Wile E. Coyote style. But it's reversed because the coyotes are actually going to win this time. So the baby gosling spreads its body and flaps its tiny wings in order to lessen the inevitable impacts. If it lands belly first, it should survive the fall. Oh, it should survive the fall. Yeah. Dude, let's watch, I guess. Just beak over feet the whole way. Like, is the cameraman gonna do anything? What? Sounds like a wet leather glove. Just. Some of the goslings have not made it. No shit, David.
Oh, shit.
So the parents greet their babies, a little dazed, perhaps, all in one piece. Dude, the fuckers are like shivering and cross-eyed. Like one's got his beak on backwards. It's messed up. It's messed up because what if humans did
Uh-oh.
fall through traffic
Oh,
to
no.
their can't walk yet kids, right? Just like, hey, Billy Bob, grab your sister. Let's go. Take that mask off. You take that mask. Come on, let's go. Oh my God. Just leave her. She's being a silly goose. I told her about that mask. Let's go. Let's go. But I mean, like 5 babies, 3 out of 5 make it, If I had 5 babies, I'd jump off a fucking cliff too. So now I've been doing a little bit of self-care, but not a lot of self-care. Like I'm not scaping. What do they call it when you're I'm not anymore. I'm not. Why? Who for? I used to for a little while. Like I made it until I was about 35 before I knew that everybody apparently is shaving their whole kit and caboodle. Like the whole, like all. I didn't know. This was news to me. I've never shaved above the knee. Just life. Bob Rossen. Happy trees. But one day, I decided I was a big strong girl. I was gonna go jump in the shower and check it out, So I get in there. 45 minutes later, with all kinds of contortionism, discovering hair I never knew existed. Why is there hair on your butthole? Is that a filter? It's not working. So I get done. I'm smooth, bare. Yeah, you like that, huh? You dirty pedophiles.
Jeez.
I like it too, right? Like day 1, day 2, super fun. Day 3, day 4, not so fun. No, because I'm standing there out in public trying to have a normal conversation with somebody, and I'm just like, "Hey, girl, what's up? Your hair looks amazing. Oh man, that's a really great choice. I like it. What is that? Green and shaved sides? Oh, goes with your flannel. I love it." And then, after about a week, I sprout a whole crop of ingrown hairs. I don't know which are the ingrown hairs and which are the herpes. I don't know where to put the cream. So after that fiasco, I decided, you know what? I'm an even bigger, stronger girl. I'm gonna go to pay somebody to rip the hair out of me. So there I am at the Pussy Polishing Palace, where old pussy goes to shine. Ding. And I'm in the room. I'm waiting for the girl to come in. I don't have any pants on. Like right now, I don't have any pants on, and I'm like sitting on a piece of paper, just shirtless, just sitting, leaving a stamp, hanging out. She comes bopping in like a goddamn life coach, right? And she's like, "Hey, all right, you're gonna love this. You're gonna feel great." I'm like, "You need to calm down." So she's like, "So we're gonna do the front part, not the front part, the front part first, because that hurts the most." I'm like, "Okay." So she applies the devil's molten hot spittle to my front and makes the first pull. And I almost popped her in her pretty little mouth. But then my eyes rolled back in my head and I saw dead ancestors. They told me I was being dishonorable. So I can't leave right then. I can't go on with a bald soul patch, right? Surrounded by Italian jungle. That's no good. That's good. What am I gonna do? Bedazzle that? No, nobody thinks that's sexy. That's so we keep going. So she's pulling, I'm sweating. She's pulling, I'm crying. She's pulling and ripping the last of my shame sprouts from my body. And then she announces to the whole room, which is only me, get up on the table like you're about to get anal.
Oh.
Is this a trick? So I'm a big, strong girl. Yes, I am. So I'm up on my elbows and knees. I don't know how to do this. I'm up on my elbows and knees. I am a strong, independent woman, damn it. And I've got my asshole splayed to a complete stranger.
Oh.
Trying not to fart, right? And I'm just at this point I'm just laughing, I'm crying, I'm just spasming. I'm spasming is what's happening. I got one eye winking at her. I know what you're up to. Hey sweetie. PB&J's on the counter. So she rips out the rest of my shame sprouts and abandons me to the full length mirror of dysmorphia. And it's just kind of sad, guys. It was real sad. Like it looked kind of like a ham and cheese been left in a car too long.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I know I did it. It's so close with the video. It's so close. But, and I'm standing there. I'm looking at myself and I'm sweating. My hair is a mess. My bra's askew. I'm crying like I just got anal. And but the next day I wore a skirt with no underwear. Skirt pussing. And it was like, my heels are alive with the sound of boogie. You guys, it was totes worth it. I don't do that shit anymore. Yeah, that's mine. I'm done. That's mine. Are you guys excited and ready for an awesome, amazing show? I'm so honored to be here. I'm so excited to introduce these women. They're freaking hilarious. They're so talented. First up, we have Anya Bogomazova.
Yes.
Thank you for saying my name correctly. I so appreciate it. It doesn't happen that often. But I hear you. Like when I do wax, I'm like, it's the most painful thing ever. I don't know why we women has to do it. Like we do wax, we have period, we give birth. It's too much, Like next life, I want to be a man. Please. Fingers crossed. And I do also cry breaks. Like I literally have a cry breaks all the time. We have a lot in common, So yes, we all women do. I think we all like a sister bond. So yes, my name is Anya. Well, I was born and raised in Russia, and I moved to Miami, Florida, not that long ago. And since I moved here, like I learned a couple of things. I learned that mañana means never. Mañana. In Miami, everything is mañana. Mañana, baby. I also learned that average height for men is 5'5" and 5'7" considered tall. And I'm 6'1". And for some reason, they like me. Those mañana guys, like their eyes are always on the right level. Look. So I'm walking on the street with my average height man, 5'5". I'm 6'1". We're holding hands. And we're strolling on the street. From from a distance, it looks like I'm walking with a child. What if I start making out with a dude? I can get arrested for that shit. Well, whatever it takes to get a green card, I'll do it all. I'll do it all for the green card. Yeah. The green card, it's worth it. I mean, now I start to doubt it, like America used to be different. I used to have pink glasses, but not anymore. But, growing up in Russia, I always wanted to be two things. I wanted to be an actress and I wanted to be a president. So when I was 11, I told my mom, Mommy, I want to be an actress. Well, honey, you will have to sleep with directors and producers. I can do that because then I can be president. That's what they do. But my mom didn't have any advice for me how to be president. Like, I don't know, like she doesn't know. It's not like a school you can attend, or it's not like somebody you can sleep with. Like you cannot sleep with the entire country. They just wouldn't let you. So I looked at our president, current president, American president, and I decided to follow his steps and become a comedian first. I also got a Twitter account recently. I'm on it. And I got a tanning machine. You see, I'm a little bit sunburned. So I'm doing all his steps. That should be enough. But wait, So I forgot a cock, so I went to the farmer's market and I got a rooster. So now it's a full package. I'm ready to be president. Yeah, vote for me next time. Well, I need to get a rooster first. So. I don't have children. I'm 30. I have a goddaughter. Her name's Kira. So I was babysitting her once, and she's all into wearing pink. She wants to be a princess. And she's telling me, Anya, I want to meet my prince. I know it's going to be soon. I'm like, damn, girl, we need to talk. I know it's like, I don't want to disappoint you. I still haven't met mine. I mean, it's possible there's one out there for you. But what I know for sure, you're going to suck a lot of dicks. So you better get used to this. This is your future. Not just yours, every woman, And what is your favorite lollipop? Strawberry. Perfect. So next time you have a strawberry lollipop in your mouth, I want you to remember the senses. I want you to remember how it tastes like. Because when you're older and, you have a dick in your mouth, you're going to remember it because the sense memory. I'm an actor. I can teach you that.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus.
And she's like, is it chewy? I'm like, no, baby, it's better be hard, And she's like, well, is it any other flavors? I'm like, yeah, don't worry, it comes with many flavors. I don't have goddaughter anymore. She's still alive. I'm just not allowed to see her. God. If I ever have a child, it's better be a boy, so much easier to raise a boy. You tell him, like, if you like a girl, just be mean, be an asshole, pull her hair, call her names. Women like it. So much easier to raise a boy. Much easier. That's why I have plans, children. But anytime I see a little girl, like, and especially if she's pretty and people talk to her, oh my gosh, you're so adorable, you're so pretty. All I'm thinking about, I'm like, damn girl, you better be smart, because if you're not, you're going to be sucking a lot of dicks. So, but even if you are smart, you're not going to have it. Just a little bit less, and you're going to, the right ones, So you don't waste your time. I don't know if you guys heard a story about Russian President Putin stealing the Super Bowl ring. It was a couple of years ago. Oh. So it was a huge, all over the news, like the Putin, the Russian president, he stole a Super Bowl ring. I want to clarify it because, first of all, Putin doesn't even know what American football is. Only Americans know what it is. In Russia, it's just soccer. So he doesn't care about this ring. But in Russia, if somebody shows us something and hands us something, it means they respect us and they want us to keep it. So he didn't steal it, he took it. Like, my closet, I can show you my closet. It's full of things. Even my best friend boyfriend is over there waiting for me. Like, don't hang us something if you don't want us to keep. So, yeah. There's something to learn about Russians. But since also I've been here in the States, I was forced to learn how to smile. Like Russians, we don't smile. If somebody smiles, it means this person's very stupid. Like, dumb as fuck. So, and then I moved to the States and I'm lonely. Nobody wants to talk to me. Everybody stay away from me. And I'm like, I smell good. I put deodorant. What's wrong? And then I realized, like, I don't smile. So people were intimidated by me. And I don't bite, only when I climax. But they don't know it, right? So I was forced to smile. At the beginning, it was like hurting my cheeks. I couldn't show my teeth, but it was worse. Look, now I can smile and talk at the same time. I put it in my resume as a special skill. I still didn't get a job, but I'm trying. I'm trying very hard, wherever it takes. I love food, I love food, especially like French fries. I don't know what it is, but something special about them. In Russia, we call French fries free fries. Like if you go to McDonald's, that's how they call it, goes free fries. You can Google it. So when I moved to the States, I was like, damn, I want to try original free fries. I just want to taste them. I go to McDonald's and that's what happens. Can I order a large portion of free fries with ketchup and mayo on the side? Honey, we don't have free fries. Well, yes, you do. They're right behind you, and you just gave it to the guy in front of me. Sweetie, we don't sell free fries. I'm like, well, you racist bitch. Because I'm Russian and white, you don't want to sell me free fries? Sweetie, I'm telling you, I have been working here for 25 years. We don't give free fries. Oh my God, I'm going to jump over there. I'm going to grab those free fries. I'm going to eat my face, and I'm going to pay for them. Wait, what? You're supposed to pay for them? I'm like, yeah. So we figured out she sold me free fries, but she's still a racist bitch. She didn't give me ketchup. So I'm not going to McDonald's anymore. I'm done with it. It's only racist people work in McDonald's. Stay away from it, Go to somewhere else, get Subway or something. McDonald's is a very, very racist place. There's another topic I want to talk about. It's very sensitive, but it bothers me. I love dick pics. I just think, not in an offensive way, no, we as women, when we look at a man, we always look for signs. We look at the size of his fingers, size of his shoes, and it's a mystery. We don't know what's going on down there. So I think dick pics should be part of the Tinder profile. We want to know what we're getting into. Like, we want to know as women. So guys, be gentlemen, because anytime I get a dick pic, I'm like, oh, thank you. There's a gentleman out there. He doesn't want to waste my time. So please send us dick pics, real shit, not soft. But just, don't waste our time and be respectful with that. It's just part of your profile. Well, thank you, everyone. That's my time. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Big love.
Woohoo! Yay!
Woo!
Okay. Hello, Lily.
I love that name. I get the intimidating thing too, because I'm like 5'11", I'm a big girl, and people are just like, you're so intimidating. I'm like, why do you think I'm intimidating?
Как дела?
I'm just being aggressive. I'll bring them up. No problem. So when our comics pop up, you're going to see their name pop up. You're also going to see a little like a Venmo thing or a Cash App thing. You can tip us if you want. You can tip us, but you can also donate to Lady Laughs. We're doing a comedy relief fund. We're doing all kinds of donations to different programs that need help. So send us money. Send everybody money. It's like buying people a drink, Buy us a drink. So cool. Moving right along, our next comedian is, I had it up here, and of course my phone. All right. Our next performer is a trilingual stand-up comedian, multidisciplinary artist, and Moth Story Slam winner who creates art through thought-provoking jokes, unexpected concepts, and unique storytelling. Please give it up and get ready for Davin Kerr.
All right. I should have sent a different bio. That sounded pretentious. But hey, you guys. Like, have I known it was going to be red like that? All right. This is our new normal live shows. One thing I don't miss about live shows is packing an extra pair of shoes to go take a dump. I used to have some poopy shoes, especially if I headline, because you don't want people to know, like, oh, that's the performer. I recognize her shoes. She took a shit right before the show. So I always have to plan an extra pair of shoes, and now I don't have to do that anymore. So that's good, And I also don't miss all these neighborhood gathering, because going there and pretending I like gazpacho. Just a bowl of ketchup. And then now they came up with like white gazpacho. It's like white cream with cherry and almonds. Basically, grilled almond tastes like jizz, and with a cherry in there, it just tastes like somebody who lost their virginity in a bowl. All right. Like a white gazpacho tastes like when white people move in and kick you out of the neighborhood. It's just like.
That's a great joke.
Anyways, so I don't miss all that food bullshit. I've been watching a lot of TV like everyone else. I haven't jerked off as much as everyone else talked about. Everybody was talking about Pornhub, and I think my hand needs to file for unemployment. It's hasn't been that great. Before I move further, I want to settle something. Bacon on cheeseburgers? No. All right. It's too distracting. It sounds like a good idea, but it's like talking to your favorite music soundtrack. All right. Everybody says, "Oh, I want to have sex with my music soundtrack," but if you listen to music, you're not enjoying sex. All right. It's just way too distracting. So bacon on cheeseburger, just no. I mean, if you want bacon, just get bacon separately and own it. All right. Don't be a little wuss. This is like bullshit. Been watching a lot of TV. There's a lot of strong female character on TV nowadays, and I just want to watch fiction. Can I watch fiction? Can I watch a dude that looks competent and pretends he knows what he's doing? That would be nice. I mean, that would be like really. I've been watching a lot of them. I don't know if you've seen that show. It's called Indian Matchmaker. It's pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah, right. It's a great show, and it says basically there's no arranged marriage. It's either marriage or love marriage, right? Anyways, and it brought me back to like when I was younger, and my parents did have a matchmaker come and advise us and everything. We have that system too for Cambodians, right? And the matchmaker gave me some tips. She would be like saying, when you're single, you're uptight. Then you can hoe later once you get married. You have to like button everything up and be very, very uptight. All right. Don't do like these white people. They're like, oh, I'm so single, getting drunk. And then they get married. They don't fuck no more. They settle down. I'm like, who wants to settle down? You have to be uptight and then hoe later. All right. There's no man who's like looking at a woman and saying, oh, I can see my unborn children. Why his dick is up your ass.
Oh.
Yeah, I was 12 years old.
Oh.
Anyways, I had a lot of suitors come to my house, with their mom. One of them his name was Prelam, meaning early. Here, but anyways, and I remember looking at him thinking, what the F is wrong with you? Why do you need your mom to find pussy? Why are you here looking at me, I just imagine all these dudes, like agreeing for all these matching. I mean, they come with their parents and then they're like, they look at you, and I imagine if they have a fetish, right? They're fucking you. They're like, oh yeah, that's good pussy. The pussy mama picked for me. Yeah, mama, that's good pussy. That's the pussy you picked for me, mommy. Oh my God, I'm going to climax. I'm in the pussy you picked for me, mommy. Oh! there's some
Nope.
dudes that would walk in the room and look at me from head to toe because I did the uptight thing, right? I was all like pouring tea and juice like a good little girl. And the dude would look at me all like, oh no, she's not sexy enough, disqualified. And I'm like, dude, I'm naughty, I'm dirty, but my parents are right here in the room. What do you expect? You know? So anyways, all of that. Talking about identity, all right, and we're talking about a lot of about racial issues. I have some friends who are like coming to me and said, Devine, all of that talk and all the stereotypes. Aren't you tired of people expecting Asian women to always give happy endings? And I'm like, the only thing that bothers me is that it implies for men only. Like, where can I find a nice Asian lady who commits for 45 minutes to give me a climax? Like, get a carpal tunnel for me, lady. I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it because it's really hard to get anywhere, It's like, when you want to go to the big O, that's like Orlando, I barely make it to Jacksonville, It's like, anyways, there's some people who are like, they're all conflicted about their identity and all. And I'm like, how are you supposed to know who you really are when you cannot even tell what's your real kink? Like when you go on Pornhub, you can't even tell what you like right away. But it just bombards you with videos, and next thing you know, you're in this rabbit hole watching cake farts. All these ladies bent over, farting over birthday cakes, and you're like, ooh, am I into that? Why am I looking at this, right? Like, I feel like Pornhub should have like a whole white interface, like an Apple store. And then you go in there and you really have to face yourself with your keywords. It's like, what actual keyword would I type in there? And I would type sugar daddy. And I tried, but when I typed it, they all look poor. They all look broke, like they had no 401k. And I'm like, what is that? like my fantasy is to meet a guy. It's to jerk off to a guy who looks like he could like organize the 50th wedding anniversary for my parents on that cruise and make me glorious and the best daughter in the world. I want a guy rich enough that he can buy my parents' affection. Can I find that? Seriously. Anyways, and people judge me all the time, especially my family. I'm tired of that. Like, they always say, like, "Oh, you're so weak. You cry all the time. You're so sensitive." And they judge me like they would judge Care Bears, right? Care Bears are badass. Are bears. Care Bears are bears with tattoos on their belly, right? You know why they care? They carry all the pain in the world, and they put it on their tummy to express their badassness. Okay, like I'm a Care Bear. I'm a badass and a half.
Yeah.
Bullshit. I will cry and shoot you with a bazooka. Crying doesn't mean weak. Oh, anyways, it's just like. Speaking of my mom, did I talk about my mom? We'll pretend that we're talking about my mom. Very weird segue. It's giving me a nice. COVID is making me age. All right. All I do is eat and take a nap, and then have a heartburn from eating and taking a nap right away after. I can't even do that. Getting old sucks. You get reflux from sleeping right after eating. What the fuck is that? Anyways, back to my mom. Now I'm back to my mom. But this time of the year, I would be in Canada right now, visiting my parents. That's where they're up at. Okay, I'm losing my English. Still haven't socialized with anybody from Caucasia in a long time. So I'd be in Montreal by now, right? And my mom would be looking at me like, "Oh, that's why you fat. You go to the restaurant all the time." And I'm like, "Mom, I'm visiting. That's why I eat out. All right, I meet friends. I come back and she's like, no, you're so fat. You keep on eating white people food." So I'm trying to make a point. So I'm buying groceries. I'm like, "Look, I'll save some money. I'll get some stuff and load it in her fridge." And she would look at the fridge and be like, "Look at all these cheese and potatoes and all these white people food and sour stuff. What's pesto? Why white people eat sour all the time? Sour is the spicy of white people." I'm like, "Mom." Then I took her to the buffet. And she would like pick up mashed potato and make a cheese plate. I'm like, Mom, what the heck is that? And she's like, there's white people watching. We gotta look like we fit in. It's just, yeah. Anyways, I'm really glad I'm not dating anymore because I had crazy criterias back in the days, and my parents had crazy criterias. But now, could you imagine dating? Not only have to worry if people are Republicans or not, and if they have a huge dick or not, and their credit score, but now you have to worry. Like, my criteria would be like willing to wear a mask. Like, that's a deal breaker now. I mean, who knew that one day I'd be like, my pussy would dry up by looking at dude, and he's like, I don't want to wear a mask. I'm like, dead, libido gone. I'm like, who knew that? That's the weirdest thing. Like, I'm reading at comments online on the school board, and a dad is like, no, I'm gonna do distance learning only. I'm gonna protect my kids. And I'm like, wow, he's so hot with his man dad bod and belly beard. I'm like, ooh, he cares about his children. Who needs Pornhub, Anyways, you guys, I'm sweating like I'm sweating. I don't even know where I told you guys I was Cambodian, right? We're the Mexicans of Asia. I don't know. That was my time. A racist joke just to close the whole thing. I love you guys. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh my God, right? I really liked Caucasia. That was great. All you people from Caucasia. Oh, yes. Cool. So if you haven't tipped people, tip them, go to their Venmo, like mine right there. It's right there. You can just buy me a drink. I'll drink it. And give some money to Lady Laughs Comedy as well. Next up, we have a woman all the way from Toronto. Yeah, that's up in our attic. We can't go there because they won't let us. Give it up for Kathy Boyd.
Hi, everybody. Can you see me?
Hey. Bye.
I'm really getting an education here tonight. Thank you. I should start by saying I'm not crazy about Zoom shows, but I'll tell you why. Where I live in Toronto, they're building the subway, and there's lots of construction, and oftentimes the power will surge and connections will get lost, and screens will freeze. And along with COVID, I get worried when I hear, looks like we lost Kathy. So kind of freaks me out. So if you could refrain from saying that, that'd be awesome. COVID, it's not fun. It's been months. And I have to say, if you had told me, after being quarantined, alone with my husband for 4 months, that he would still be alive, I tell you, it hasn't been quite 4 months yet. So give it time. I've been married for 31 years.
Woo!
Wow.
Yeah. Together for 36. And I know people, and I have 2 children from my first marriage and 2 from my current husband. And people always ask me, what's the secret to a long marriage? And I tell them, I honestly don't know. But for me, it was the threat of gaining sole custody of the kids again. Yeah. I have 4 children, 3 girls and a boy. Yeah, I love my son, and 2 of my kids have kids of their own, so that makes me amazing. So also, my daughter, she has 3 children, and she always dreamed of being a stay-at-home mom. So thanks to COVID, she's living the dream. Yeah, not quite, but. And my husband, he's not crazy about this either. And I can tell you up here, and I know it's the same in the States, the long-term care facilities have been taking a beating. And my husband told me, to shoot him before I ever put him in a nursing home. And of course I said, well, why wait? You guys are crazy. Anyways, Toronto just got into phase 3, which means the gyms opened up. And I didn't see what the big deal was because, until the other day when I was out getting some exercise and I got passed by a jogger. And I was on my bike. Yeah. So but my husband, he goes to the gym, so he really missed it. And all he did was whine about it. And I play tennis. And tennis, you got to play tennis early on because it was one of those social distancing sports. But I tell you, I told him if I had to listen to him whine about not being able to go to the gym, I was going to get my tennis racket out. And I wasn't going to be hitting any little yellow balls. That was for sure. There's a little delay in the uptake on these jokes, but anyway, thank you. So he took up yoga, but not meditation yoga. He took up, really strenuous yoga, and he was doing it in the bedroom. And I tell you, all the humming and hawing, the yawning and, sounds coming from the room. I had to ask him to stop because I was getting nostalgia. Yeah. Anyway, but there has been some good things come out of being, isolated and being in COVID. I met some neighbors. The first nice day we had back in maybe late April, early May, we sat outside on our patio. And of course, there were a few ladies out there, and they were all talking about what they've been doing during COVID. And one of them said she'd been cleaning closets. And another one said she'd been scrubbing floors, and another one said she was washing windows, right? So I had to come up with something. So I said, well, I've been picking up around the place too. Not to brag, but I found a chair in my bedroom. Who is laughing like that? That's awesome. You guys are crazy. I love you. Oh yeah, and so like I said, when we went to stage 2, I live in Toronto and I have a daughter that lives in Ottawa, so we got to go visit her. I hadn't seen the kids since Christmas, I don't think. So, I really feel bad for the kids. So I was telling them things about when I was their age, what I did as when I was a kid, right? Like, we got into some shit, like my friends and I, like, leaving the house. Yeah. Anyway, I'll work on that one. But I am a pretty good mom. I should tell you that last Christmas I took the entire family to Greece. Yeah, the musical. The musical. Yeah, you didn't let me finish. But yeah, maybe is it Davina that's from Montreal?
Yes.
Yeah, I wish you could have seen the look on my kids' faces when I told them I was going to take them to Hamilton. You guys are killing me. I love it. I love it. Okay, what am I going to tell you now? I don't know. Like, I think I've told you all my jokes, but I can tell you some old jokes because I wanted to use all my COVID material. But usually when I do a show here in Toronto, I tell people I'm not your stereotypical comic. I have a car.
Yes.
And I probably look familiar to all of you. I'm assuming you've all experienced the recent popular face aging app.
Oh.
And then I give them the finger. But anyway, you know, I don't tend to joke about the same things my younger cohorts do, you know, especially the female comics. Most of them, I found you guys really didn't, but a lot of them have pieces about their periods, whereas I am a period piece.
Yeah.
Who is that? I love that laugh. I could use you at my show. Yeah. And I'm telling you, it's not just me. I'm not crazy about getting older, you know, or any of us. And I'm like there. But my husband too, he's not crazy about getting older. He's just a little more than concerned, you know, with performance, you know, of his pension. So he changed investors. He continued to list me as his sole beneficiary. However, he listed my occupation was homemaker. Yeah. Yeah. I said, what the fuck? Am I building houses for Habitat for Humanity? You couldn't come up with one other thing to write down there because, you know, right off the top of my head, widow came to mind. That's my time. You guys are awesome. I love your laugh.
Oh my goodness, Kathy Boyd, keep it going.
Thanks.
Virtual clap. I love it. I love it. Well, we've come to that time. It is time for your headliner. So if you've all been wondering who that mysterious, wonderful freaking laughter is coming from, it's your headliner. You really should bottle that shit up and sell it because, man, just to have that at every single show would be amazing. So you've seen her on Shameless. You've seen her on Conan, and she is also in the film Girl Callin'. Next up, we have Mary Kennedy.
Yes. Hello. How are you? Yes, my Toronto brethren, because I lived in Maine on the summers, so I know I was Canada adjacent. So yes, everybody, thank you. I never thought I would get an applause break for being Canada adjacent, but anyway, yes, I was on Shameless season 7. I played New Fiona, an out-of-work prostitute who works for food. It wasn't a huge reach, everybody. I'm an out-of-work comic who gets food for my children. Because I don't cook, I only know how to use my husband's credit card. But yes, I was in Shameless. And because I was a prostitute, I had a nude scene, everybody, ladies. I had a nude scene. This larger sized girl walked out of a shower naked from head to toe. You saw my lady parts. And what's really cool about it is I'm on a site called skindaddy.com, and I'm with the women of Shameless. I'm with Emmy Rossum and Svetlana and, all these fabulous Shameless women, Shanola Hampton. And my description on skindaddy.com is better than my description on IMDb. It says milky white Irish girl with her left breast being larger than her right. And so I've made it. I've made it. If you want to know, I've made it. So I'm originally from Boston area. I'm from Boston originally. And the accent, you guys, if you watch the news in Boston, it's a lot different than it is out, say, in LA or Florida or whatever. But what's disconcerting is these respectable, Aaron, these respectful people in business have this Boston accent. So, when I got a mortgage out there, the mortgage broker, we went through all the paperwork, and then at the end they said, all right, good enough, go Sox. When I got married out there, they said, I pronounce you man and wife, go Sox. And then when I got a colonoscopy, they said, your pictures look great, go Sox. The Bruins better win. They better win, God damn it. And it affected my sex life, you guys. It affected my sex life. I'd have a night of heavy lovemaking, and I turn to the guy next to me and I go, that's a wicked big pissy you got down there, huh? 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 Go Pats. Go Pats. So I come from Marblehead, Massachusetts. It's a little seafaring town. It's 4.5 square miles surrounded by water and regret. And I got to share a room with my Irish Catholic grandmother until I was 18 years old. Yes. My Irish Catholic grandmother, we decorated the room because we were roommates. One side of the room was a shrine to Jesus, and the other side of the room was a shrine to Duran Duran, because grandma was hungry. Because grandma was hungry like a wolf. And as a Catholic girl, you guys, I did everything but. I did everything but the Catholic priests because I wasn't their type. I wasn't their type. But my grandmother, she knew what was up. And as a teenager, I would do a lot of heavy petting with my boyfriend in the front seat of the car. And I'd come into the house and she'd be clanging her rosary beads. And she'd say, I hope you didn't pull a Mary Magdalene. She was a whore. And she was, and she was very, she kind of scared me a little bit. And we didn't talk about sex. My Irish Catholic grandmother thought, it was really bad to talk about sex. She didn't like the show Three's Company. She'd come downstairs and she goes, you're watching that filth with Jack Ritter. He should be called Jack the Ripper. And he gets those girls pregnant. You know what, Mary? You can get pregnant from a toilet seat. And the truth is, ladies, I did get pregnant by a toilet seat. My son will be 21. Kidding. I had to sort of retrain myself about sex because what I got, it wasn't true. But my grandmother said, I'll teach you about sex, Mary. Just go and get the Bible and read it cover to cover, and then we'll have a little quiz. And I did. I read it cover to cover, and she sat me down and she said, all right, Mary, this is what it is. So everybody, if you don't remember the birds and the bees, go get a pen and paper because Grandma did it right. She said, all right, Mary, do you remember Eve and Adam in the Garden of Eden? And they were there and, Adam was lounging about and Eve saw the serpent and she made eye contact with the serpent and she shouldn't have talked to him. But the serpent said, why, Eve, you look very hungry. You look famished. You look a little bit like Kate Moss. Have yourself an apple. And she said to the serpent, you know what? I can't have the apple because, an apple is 2 points and I'm on the Weight Watchers and I only have 1 point left. So she gave Adam the apple. And forever since then, Mary, we're in hell and damnation because that Eve had to look thin, she had to work for the man. And I said, all right, Grandma. And then she says, Mary, the Virgin Mary, remember the Virgin Mary, you're named after the Virgin Mary. Never you have sex. Don't do that. And remember, the Virgin Mary was sleeping in her bed and she was dreaming of the Jason Momoa. And the angel came down and tapped her on the shoulder and said, you know what, Mary? You're going to wake up pregnant with the Son of God. That's right. And you're going to name him Jesus. And you know what the truth is, Mary? She woke up pregnant, right? And actually, that was the first episode of Lifetime. She woke up pregnant. So Lifetime has been running after that virgin ever since to get their residuals. And then, you know, Mary, she gets pregnant and she's walking through the desert with her gay best friend, Joseph, because no straight man would deal with that shit of her giving birth to another man's baby. So they're walking through the desert and they get into the barn and she's laying down on the hay and she's about to give birth. And, you know, she sees chicken and she sees, you know, horses. And then all of a sudden she sees 3 gorgeous Middle Eastern men walking through the desert, and they come in and they give her paprika and incense, and they look suspiciously like Earth, Wind, and Fire. Anyway, Mary, that's the birds and the bees. Yeah. But it's true. We are 100% Irish. I even checked. I went on 23andMe to check. I was like, please, can I be 1% Jewish? Just one. And because, you know, my husband and I have been married 17 years, and I want to throw myself a bat mitzvah, and I need towels. And wouldn't you know it, I am 100% Irish. And my mother went to the homeland because my grandmother told her to go there. And my mother calls me from the hotel of in Ireland, and I'm like, Ma, did you get me the a bit of the Blarney Stone, or did you kiss the Blarney? Did you get some water for it? And she goes, no, Mary, I didn't. But I'm gonna tell you, Mary, they sell Tampax and liquor in the vending machines at the hotel. Mary, if you've got your period, this is the place to go. Yeah, and my mom brought back Irish Tampax, and on the packaging it said Erin Go Bra. So anyway, but here's the thing. I know you talked about your period stuff, you know, and I do have a period joke. So I don't understand, because I live in LA and I see Venice Beach and all those girls are there playing volleyball, and all those commercials for their period were done there. They're in their white outfit and they're eating anything they want and they're playing volleyball, and you know, they're just having a grand old time. Why, ladies, I'm going through menopause and I leak a little. Like, I'm leaking a little bit right now. I leak a little, so I need some poise pads. But the ad for poise pads is like a woman in the corner in the dark knitting. Why? I don't understand it. And then, ladies, you know, I used to dress at Ross Dress for Less because I could dress like a whore cheaply, right? It was cheap. But now, because I'm in my late 40s, they've relegated me to Chico's. Chico's, ladies. Chico's. And the motto of their business is it's always a Chico's kind of day. Well, here's the thing. What I don't understand about Chico's is you go in there and there's all these sweaters and dresses with jewelry sewed in. Have you noticed that? There's jewelry sewed into the collar because I'm menopausing. I'm so inept that I can't put a necklace around my neck and sew it in the sweater, right? And then because I have the Ted Kennedy chin, because I'm related to them, I have the Ted Kennedy chin. One of the sales associates said to me, Mary, get some turquoise. Get a lot of turquoise around your décolletage or whatever the hell that's called. Get a lot of turquoise and that won't look at your neck. So I got this sweater that's covered in fake turquoise. It's so heavy that now I'm going to a chiropractor because I have whiplash. Okay? I'm telling you, it is never a Chico's kind of day. Ever. Never, ever a Chico's kind of day. Thank you. I've been married 17 years. We've been together 20, and my husband doesn't speak. He doesn't speak. It's kind of like being married to Helen Keller. Go to the well. Go to the well, Helen. Go to the well. And when he does speak, I ignore him. And you know, he's been on the COVID vacation, as he likes to call it. He's a computer engineer, and he's wearing the same Hawaiian shirt and board shorts every day as he sits on the couch. and we're in Van Nuys, which is 45 minutes away from the beach. The only thing we have is an above ground pool. So I don't know where he thinks he is. You're in Van Nuys, the armpit of the valley. Okay. And then I had him dye my hair, everybody. I had him dye my hair. I was desperate. And because he's a straight man, I know he's a straight man because I turned 4 men gay. For a gay man, I'm the last stop on the straight train. That's me. Sex with a gay man, there's lots of screaming. It's him saying, "Oh my God, that's not a penis." And then I say to him, "Look closer." So my husband was dyeing my hair, and he left this like perpetual. He only dyed it to the middle of my head. So I had this like Hershey kiss stain in the shape of a circle. So I looked like I was wearing a perpetual yarmulke. Happy Shabbos. I don't know, for those that are married, my husband who does computers all day also thinks he's an electrician, a plumber, and a porn star. And I can tell you he's none of them. We bought a new bed because I thought, you know what, we'll spice it up a little bit if we have a new bed. And I have to tell you, ladies, it's another place to put laundry. I told him to spice it up in the bedroom. I don't know if you can see my boobs. I told him to spice it up in the bedroom, throw me around a little bit, do something, speak to me, talk to me, kind of whisper. I don't care. And he did this, everybody. He titty flicked me. And he said, "My job here is done." And he went and watched a Buffalo Bills game. Help, I'm on house arrest. Help, it's a call for help. The things that used to turn me on don't turn me on anymore because I'm older. Like I used to get really turned on if a guy would smoke or talk dirty to me, or I dated a man who lived in a van. We ordered takeout by calling Domino's and they came to the front seat. So the thing is now if I come home, okay, and this is a pre-COVID joke, by the way, if I would come home and I would see my husband vacuuming and he would be vacuuming the rug in a pattern. Oh, my boobs would get a little tingly. Oh yes. And if I went into the kitchen and I saw that he rinsed off the dishes before he put them in the dishwasher, and then he put it on dirty wash. I got really turned on. Like I got out of breath, and it wasn't COVID. I got out of breath. And then if I saw him put Comet into the toilet and not on the floor, and then take the little toilet cleaner and go in and out and in and out and in and out, I might touch his penis before next Flag Day. I don't know. It's that's what marriage is, right? So I have 2 kids. I know I got to get out of here soon. I have 2 kids. I have 11 and now he's 12 and 13-year-olds. And my daughter is 13, and my biggest fear is that she'll get pregnant, right? And so that's a huge fear of mine. So I enrolled her in gymnastics so she never gets her period. So it seems to be working. And then, kids cost a lot of money. I swear to God, one of my favorite commercials are these 2 old people, and they're talking about their life insurance, and they're right to camera, and they go, "You know what? We're going to cash in our life insurance because our son, who's been living in the basement and now he's 40, doesn't need our life insurance. So behind his back, we're going to cancel it." Oh, well, Bobby, I love her. So anyway, that's a new joke. And, but I went to Disneyland with the kids before COVID, and my daughter at lunch, she said, "Mommy, I can't wait till we go to the Millennial Falcon." And I said, "Honey, it's not the Millennial Falcon. It's called the Millennium Falcon. Because if it was called the Millennial Falcon, it wouldn't be working." This is my last joke, everybody. So my son, my baby, he's my baby. He's 12. He literally has grown 2 inches this summer. He's towering over me. He's going through puberty. And, for me as a mom, I don't think it should be in my job description. I think it should be in my husband's job description. But my husband is afraid to look at his penis in the eye because he's afraid he'll turn gay. And quite frankly, I am too. I've dated too many gay men. So I have taken this job responsibility. So my son came down to breakfast the other day. He goes, "Mommy, I'm going through puberty." I said, okay. He goes, I hear that my voice is going to change. I'm going to have hair in places I didn't even know I had places. And then they tell me my penis will be enormous. And I say, you know what, kid? You get that? You know what, kid? You get that from me. My labia is the size of a smart car. So, and then another thing, last thing, my son is autistic. This is my last joke. My son is autistic. It's been the biggest gift we've ever had. We did vaccinate him. I've been on shows where Karens have come up to me and going, "Oh, you're the one that caused his autism." And I have to remind them that no, I'm not the one that caused his autism. I tell her, listen, I'm from a big Irish Catholic family. And the fact that my family, there are 3 sets of first cousins who are married, that gave him autism. We don't have a family tree. We have a bush. All right, everybody, that's my time. Good night. Thank you.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Yes. Keep
Thank
it going for
you.
everybody. Oh my God.
Woohoo!
Oh, you're all so great, and I'm so happy to be here. And thank you, Dina Nina Martinez, for putting this on and getting us all fast. Everybody at home, don't forget to follow Extra AF Comedy. There is next show
Yes.
on 20th. And look forward to the Lady Laughs Comedy Fest coming up. See you guys.